Superman is here. Spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, go see it first. Never getting those posters back. It's gonna. Well, I am but months because too many things are happening, moving wise. Anyways, so Superman. Overall, I thought this was decent. I have yet to love a Superman movie, and that still continues. So I go pros and cons. I'll do pros first. Biggest pros, one, I think this is my favorite Superman actor to play Superman. David Corenswet, even though Henry Cavill and Christopher Reeves look the part better, David Corenswet, the way he's written, James Gunn can do characters. That's his strong suit. All this stuff aren't, I'll get into. But writing characters and personalities and, having perspectives, he's very good. He's like a Quentin Tarantino of the nerd universe when it comes to writing characters. I think David Corenswet's Superman is so much more interesting than other Supermans. Most Supermans played a stoic thing. Stoicism works if there's a mystery to the character. But we know everything about Superman. Stoicism is for, Dredd. You look at Dredd, there's a backstory to him, but you don't know what it is. So him being like that all the time and not having a lot of emotions works. Clint Eastwood's characters back in, the 60s. The man with no name. Works because there's a mystery behind it. That's the, utility of Stoicism. Ahsoka, it doesn't work because you know everything about it, so she just comes across as boring. And Superman doesn't work because it just comes across as boring because you know everything about these people. This Superman had personality, he had emotions, he had, charisma and anger and rage, and, he had things to him that made him human beings, and he defeated that whole just, stone wall face. So that was good. So he's my favorite Superman, personally. I like his outfit. I think it fits James Gunn's universe. The underwear and the outfit thing usually won't work in any movie, but I think for a James Gunn type of movie, it works. So I like his outfit. Mr. Terrific's outfit's fantastic. I think the side characters are all great. I love Mr. Terrific. Guy Gardner's very funny. Hawker was cool. Lois Lane was fine. Favorite Lois Lane all the time is Erica Durance. Smallville. That show's trash, but it's very entertaining trash. And I loved it. I used to watch the show for hours. I remember spending an entire Saturday night watching 9 hours of that show. Or 10 hours. I think I watched a whole season in a day once. I used to love that show. But anyways, all the side characters, Skylar, whatever the hell his name is, who played Jimmy, was great. I liked Wendell Pierce. I wish he had more things to do, more things to say. If I was cast for a movie, I'd personally make Bill Burr to be Perry. Lex Luthor, I was going in hating Nicholas Hoult as a choice. I did not. I was like, I cannot see this guy. He was great. Big fan. Love his look. I thought he pulled it off. Surprisingly. I think he's made a lot of great shots. There's an iconic shot of Superman you've already seen of him floating the dust in the background. All-timer for Superman, looking-wise, as far as shots and films go. A lot of great shots, a lot of great colors. We saw it in IMAX with a crowd, so it was cool to be in an event film. It had a pretty good first act, and it has that good argument with Lois Lane in the first act. Remember that they're going back and forth about the countries and yada yada. Good, decent third act when he's battling Ultraman and he's battling his clone. That was very entertaining, and Krypto's super entertaining. Krypto's a big positive in this movie, and I love seeing Millie Alcock as Supergirl. She was funny. Later bitch was hilarious. She was drunk. She was hot. I was like, damn. I like Superman's lair. I like that it sunk into the ground. Big fan of that. Yeah. Entertaining movie. Very entertaining movie. Cons. I think structurally it's kind of the first act was decent. The last act was pretty good. But that middle act, when he's in the, pocket universe thing, is silly. I hate super science fiction like that. It doesn't make any sense. I like science fiction to be within the realm of believability. And Lex Luthor's like, I just create a whole nother universe where I got floating cubes everywhere. It's too comic booky. I know some people like that. I don't like that. So I like the Batman better. And why I like Batman in general better is I like the Batman's world. I believe Batman can exist in my world. I don't believe the Superman can exist in my world. It's too out there. He's fighting kaiju things, and everybody's just like, oh, look at that. It's a Godzilla running around, and everyone's just going back to eating. It's like the Doctor Strange 2 joke with the squid thing rolling through the city, and everyone's like, oh, we're just used to the same shit, different day. But yeah, I hated that Pocket Universe long section of the movie. Really didn't like that. I didn't like the kaiju either. And it just comes across like why don't people move from the city? I feel like people should move. The city's splitting in half because of a black hole. There's a kaiju. There's a giant interdimensional imp thing. Imp, whatever, floating to the sky. I'm like, every day something's happening. You should leave. I think in real life, that city would be a ghost town if this amount of stuff happened. Where people have to worry if their car is going to get destroyed the next morning because a giant beast stepped on it. Or their job, the building's going to get cut in half because of super fights. Like, Lex could have used that as the argument, saying, look how much damage these people caused. That's the argument that he should have had. I hated Lex's plot. It was too convoluted. I hate to listen to the country names that they made up. I hate how many times they said those countries' names. I was like, Jesus, you said like 100 times. So, Bavaria and something else. He went to make it Luthoria. Yeah. It's like a mental disorder with Lex Luthor. I did like that Lex Luthor was cruel enough to shoot that guy in the head. That was crazy. I was like, damn. I think he's going to shoot the baby at one point after that. That Eve girl was funny. I like the selfie thing, that it mattered. That she was revealing stuff using selfies. That was funny. I really wish that second act didn't exist. Like him flying around holding a baby while he's like trying to stay out of the Proton lava. I was like, this is so ridiculous right now. And it's a bunch of CGI nonsense. Like, at that point, I'm like, this is a video game. That is nothing but CGI for such a long time. Him fighting a guy in the crack. I hate the idea of a city cracking happening. He's fighting his clone in the crack, Bizarro-ish. Ultraman. He might as well have been Bizarro. I don't see what he's Ultraman. He should have just been Bizarro. The Hammer Bavarian. I don't like villain plots that get too out of the realm of my ability to relate. Like, when you're talking about destroying reality, when you're talking about destroying ending time, when you're talking about you're creating a black hole in the center of the planet things because of a pocket universe, I'm like, things that I can't relate to in any way, things I don't ever worry about. Like, destroying, Ra's al Ghul gassing a city. That could be a terrorist attack. Terrorist attacks happen. Sarin gas attacks in Japan. The Joker making it too scary to be in the city. No one's allowed to leave because he has bombs around the city. Bane's like, I have a nuke in the center of the city. These are terrorist attack things. These things are believable. You can relate to them to a degree. You can understand it because things like that happen. The Riddler flooding things and being a serial killer, things that are relatable because they exist in the real world. You can fear those things, but when you start telling me you're going to delete reality, or you're like, I'm going to open up a universe inside a planet and crack the city in half, I'm like, it gets to the point where I'm like, I can't get emotionally invested in that. And the third act, Lois Lane loses things to do, and the second act she had a lot to do, which is good. She had to tag team with Mr. Terrific to go get Superman. Third act, she was just like, I'm going to fly over the city. Oh, there's people there. I'm like, what are you doing now? You just leave the screen. I like Mom and Pa Kent. They were great. Had a great scene together. James Gunn took a risk and he switched the Jor-El mission for him. And I was like, damn, that was interesting. That's something I hated. Not the switch to Jor-El. I was like, that was interesting. I'm good with that. I hated that everybody believed the audio like that. Mr. Triff is like, oh, I know these tech guys. They would never say that. It's a lie. And I was like, no. And I'm like, why do you guys believe this instantly? I'm like, if anything can be faked, it's audio. Especially when it's audio from a language no one knows. You can say that says anything. And we're going to believe Lex Luthor because he said that. He's like, we got the top linguists in the world to translate an alien language. How the fuck would that even work? And they're like, this is what they said. All the linguists I paid. All the people I paid. This is what they said. Me who hates Superman. So, yeah, I thought that was dumb. Yeah. Overall, I think it's a very entertaining movie. I think James Gunn's style is not for me. My favorite movie is The Suicide Squad. I think it's the only movie he's made that I've rewatched and I enjoyed both times. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is probably my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but I still don't care for his Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I got to see Splinter one day. I'm Slither. What is it? Splitter? Whatever the hell that movie is. It's his first horror movie, but his style just is not for me. I think this movie's going to do big. I hope he does great because I want to see the rest of his universe. He's very comic. He's almost too comic booky for me. But at the end of the day, it's very well intentioned. I like that he got the reins, and he's creating stuff that is him. This is the filmmaker. It's not a corporate product. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like a corporate product. It feels like this is this guy's style, and he has something to say, and this is how he does it. It's not my taste at all. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because even though I wasn't disappointed because I liked it as much as I thought I would. Because I was like, James Gunn movies, I don't like James Gunn's movies. So I left it feeling exactly how I thought I would. Biggest pros, music is great. And I love David Cornsworth's Superman. Fantastic Superman. and the side characters are great. Oh, I love that he get his ass kicked. I hate invincibility because I'm like, it's boring. The thing that Marvel does better than DC, you look at the characters, like the Justice League, they're all gods. They're all Goliath versus David. The villains are all David. It's better if it's David versus Goliath. The underdog should always be the hero. So I like that he get his ass kicked this one. He got his ass kicked a lot. And I was like, good. I don't like Invincible because that's boring. So, yeah. I like it as much as I thought I would. Don't like James Gunn's style. It's not for me. But Superman, music, and the characters, all great. Especially Superman. Biggest cons, that whole second act sucked. CGI nonsense. Don't care for James Gunn's style. But there you go. What do you think? Comment down below. Let me know. And you think Supergirl was hot? I think she was. Subscribe to a motherfucker.